Hey everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and the total 24-hour global volume down again, down 3.71. But DeFi is still holding steady, 8.07 billion. It's representing 10.24% of the total 24-hour volume. And Bitcoin is sitting at about 45% in its dominance, meaning 55% of the money that's tied up in this market is really going to other projects. What we see here is a graph that shows the second biggest drop in volume on exchanges since January. May was a record high, yes, and there was tons of FOMO happening. And followed by that FOMO was a panic dump. Typical cycle. Right? This is a typical cycle. Now we have people sitting on the sidelines. There's no momentum, and there won't be any momentum as long as people are sideline sitting. We'll probably see a shakeout of a lot of YouTube channels who were just pumping price for the last 6 months. That is also a typical cycle. When we look at Glassnodes is the on-chain data group. I think it's one of my favorites right now. They wrote an article on Wednesday, and it is pointing out that there are some uncorrelated moves with DeFi, like 20% difference against the broader market. That's a big difference. So why is this? Well, it's the rewards. Even with the gas-guzzling contracts on the Ethereum chain, I mean, look at these fees. 6 of the hottest 16 are related to Shiba. Daily gas fees on Shiba Inu, $467,000. Yeah, so what's my point? My point is the launch of the Flare Networks platform that is coming most likely this July is going to give us a chance to participate without those fees. That's a big deal, everyone. It's a big deal. Now, you have to have a big imagination here. Flare Networks is coordinating a lot of people to go live at the same time for this launch. I mean, let's just talk about the 100 exchanges, for example. So, you know, you really, I see a lot of finger pointing that Flare is dragging their feet or they are slow. I think you have to have a better imagination. I mean, look at what this is going to take to actually launch smoothly with all of that orchestration. So yeah, I think people need to step back and have a little bit of put yourself in their shoes. And besides, they've been building this technology for nearly 4 years, and they want to get it right, and I want them to get it right. So, you know, if we have to wait a couple of more weeks, so be it. And I'm pleased that the DeFi space is doing so well, because I think this kind of market conditions are perfect to launch DeFi, because everybody wants to make money. And when you have no momentum going on in the broader market, people are going to look for where they can do that. And DeFi is one of those areas. That's why we see, even with the huge gas fees on Ethereum, we see growth. All right, we have a new document. This is coming from the SEC, and it's kind of interesting, the fact that they are presupposing. So they are saying that we already know what Hinman is going to bring to light in this deposition, so it would all be a waste of time. And as Jeremy Hogan said, the attorney that is doing so well, along with a few others, keeping us up to date. So trials could just be based on what the lawyers say will be said, basically. Yeah, it sounds like to me this is a great idea for a Saturday Night Live skit, just to have a mock trial where the attorneys play out what they think the defendants or the plaintiffs would say. The SEC had to try, I guess. Yeah, of course, they had to try. But I think that the deposition will move forward, so Attorney Jeremy says, with some restrictions. And of course, you know, he's always right, even when he's wrong. I like it. Okay, former Ripple employee Ron Hammond. This is Ron here. He is one that joined the Blockchain Association as the Director of Government Relations in DC back in February, and he's keeping us in the loop too. He tweeted out that Senator Warren's letter to the SEC chair, Gary Gensler, just took place, and yeah, it's getting a lot of coverage. I think the best comment came from attorney Jimmy James Filan. Yeah, this is where he talks about it's an orchestrated power play by Gensler, Warren, and the SEC News. They are trying to get control of crypto. They're trying to outflank the CFTC. That is the federal agency that oversees the U.S. derivatives market right now. And the answers to the questions, so Mr. Filan believes, were already drafted before the actual questions came out. I don't doubt it. Yeah, but let me first talk about this word outflank. I love this word. These flanking moves, they are to win over an opponent, especially used in military maneuvers. And it's most interesting to study if you look way back into battles even that are in the BC period. This technique has proven to be extremely effective. Here's one in particular that I like. It's the side flank hit. After you are chased, then you retreat and you swing back around and hit them on the side. I like it. There's lots of different examples of this flanking technique. Sometimes you hit them from two sides at once. Sometimes you hit them from the sides and from behind. It's very effective, and we're just going to have to see if it will be effective for Gensler. So Warren's letter, it's not her language. I have been following her for years, and it's not her language. In the 5 pages, there are 5 questions, and she wants these questions answered by July 28th. Are exchanges fair and orderly and efficient, she writes, and how do cryptocurrencies differ? Do they warrant additional consumer protections? Oh, that's a leading question. What is the SEC's existing authority? She mentions Binance is everywhere, yet based nowhere. And I just want to tell you, CZ is going to figure out his regulations. Don't worry. He has a 40-some% of the total global trading share. Yeah, it's massive. But he'll figure it out. He will figure it out. So I don't think he'll figure it out, and he'll get it done. I guess I don't doubt that. The 5th one calls for some interesting language. She cites that the marketplace is a Hobbesian after Thomas Hobbes. You want to know about this guy because when I take you to an Oxford lecture that is talking about what Hobbes is known for, I think his name is Thomas Hobbes. Yeah, Thomas Hobbes. This is a great, just less than 30 seconds to describe how the marketplace, especially for DeFi in that question 5, is being described. Listen to this.
So Hobbes is particularly notorious for enunciating this very pessimistic view of human nature. Human nature, left to itself, is a war of all against all. We're all desperately striving for what we can get. So the life of man is solitary, poor, nasty, brutish, and short.
Wow. So that's how she is describing the DeFi market, where it's pretty much fend for yourself, no protections, and very scary place for investors. Oh, here we go, right? All right. We're going to just have to see if this Gensler flanking move plays out and how it goes for him. I'm going to move quickly, and this isn't what you think it's going to be. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you that this BitBoy is spreading FUD. Actually, I think he's trying, and I think we should help him kindly, sincerely, because he does have a large audience. That's why people are paying attention to what he says when he says something that is incorrect. His statement yesterday caused a little bit of a dust storm. I want to play the portion for you here that in addition to what he says, he's got some secretive screenshots of a white paper of Ripple building a stablecoin. Yeah, I hope they are building a stablecoin for a bank in the form of a CBDC on a ledger, on the ledger. Yeah, bring it on. But first, let's just take a look at what he's saying here, and then, and this is going to be a very kind, helping video for BitBoy. Here we go.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure that the actual back end of these money transfers still is probably slow, right? Like Ripple's doing stuff on the front end to get the money there quicker. But at the end of the day, if you're going to send 100,000 US dollars over to somewhere else in a different country, then that money's still got to eventually get there in cash, right? Yep. I think I don't know the dynamics of how the actual transferring works on Ripple, but I assume they're still on the back end that's got to work. So you would think the volatility of the price of XRP could, come into play there. So having a stable coin could delete that volatility and make it much easier. So they call me the supreme leader of XRP.
I know. Well, no, the back end BitBoy is not slow. It happens in about 3 seconds. In fact, the video I showed yesterday, which was from Chris Larson at the Finovate 2013, you saw a live demo, and actually Bitcoin, in addition to just XRP, was moving and settling in 3 seconds. It was live, and that's fact. And no, the transfer of 100,000 or $1 million, it is settled on the ledger for that receiver in the same 3 seconds. So I know he doesn't actually know. It's okay. And the volatility, no, doesn't matter, because there's not a whole lot of volatility in 3 seconds. And so it doesn't come into play. And having a stable coin, no, it's not needed. Let me just read this one portion here of what is XRP. This is for everybody who is maybe new to the space. This is ripple.com/XRP. And the digital asset is built for payments. It is the native digital asset on the XRP ledger, an open source, permissionless, and decentralized blockchain technology that can settle transactions in 3 to 5 seconds. XRP can be sent directly without needing a central intermediary. So no, you don't need a stable coin, making it the convenient instrument in bridging two different currencies quickly and efficiently. So it's exactly opposite to what BitBoy is thinking. Actually, it is the digital asset XRP that helps make that transaction smooth when you move from one fiat to another. And the memes were funny. Yeah, I still get a kick out of all the memes. But what you really need to do is you need to talk to Matt Hamilton, and he is with Ripple X. And so I think everybody needs to keep encouraging BitBoy to talk to Matt Hamilton, and we should be kind, because his audience is huge. And if he feels like the army is attacking him, he's going to attack back. I mean, that's just natural, right? So yeah, the last thing we should do, we should really just keep trying to help him. He could be an amazing voice for XRP because his audience is so broad. All right. Well, he claims he has some white paper screenshots of Ripple building a stablecoin. Like I said, yeah, I hope so. I hope it is for one of these banks. You can see here that David first started writing about issuing stablecoins on the XRP ledger on his Coil site back in October 2019. And then you really want to geek out. This is when David spoke from his home office on his YouTube channel. And I think many of us had to watch this video 5 times before we really felt like we understood it. And then in January 2021, media started to begin to really cover that the banks can issue stablecoins on the ledger. And then we have this, tweet that actually I found back from 2020, June, where he was asked about if Ripple was going to make a stablecoin. He said, we're interested in stablecoins issued on the XRP ledger, both with counterparties, many of which currently exist, and XRP collateralized. And if the XRP collateralized, that would require some extensive new XRPL code. So they have no plans to launch one ourselves. And I don't think that has changed. You can see in the Ripple Insights, January 2021, media began to cover that the banks could do it because it was based on this article that David wrote. And it really does explain in great detail about issuing those stable coins. And then here we have February, where David did a video from his home, and he talks about how CBDCs, which are basically a form of stablecoin, right? These are central bank digital currencies that are pegged to a sovereign currency, to a dollar, to a yen, to a whatever country you're in. And we've got these different stablecoins out there now that are some are there's just a whole plethora of them, and so I think we're going to see these stable coins grow, especially since Brian Brooks gave the banks some clarity when it comes to the custody of these 4 banks. So we've got this great example of a very short video, just 11 minutes long, in February 2021. And then we had, of course, the other Ripple drop, number 19, that came out at the end of that month. That was the same month at the end. And then we had the future of the CBDC white paper that came out in March. And then it was really widely known throughout media that XRP could be used as a very efficient, effective, and wonderful bridge currency for all those CBDCs. I think this is where BitBoy he hasn't come up to speed, and I don't blame him. There has been so much change. This space moves so fast. It's not that easy to understand because this particular digital asset, XRP, is quite different than the majority of them out there. So I really just will keep telling you that you need to talk to Matt Hamilton. He is wonderful. He's got the patience of an ox, and he is so well studied and has a great communication skill. That's the guy. That's your go-to guy, BitBoy. Really, it is. So there are dozens of technology companies that you can find. They have made their business by selling software as a service, and they have their own white papers that show how the XRP ledger and XRP is a really good bank solution for the CBDCs. All right, so there you go. There you have it. We're jumping to the fluff. And I think BitBoy needs to see that in 5 years, Ripple's not just Amazon books, but they are going to be the Amazon of blockchain. And the proof of that is this recent announcement that came from Ashish Burla in the article that Ripple is evolving, and they are expanding from the cross-border payments network to a platform providing tokenized services that will bring crypto, and we're talking all crypto, Dogecoin, Bitcoin, all crypto capabilities to the enterprise, that's their clients, their customers, so that they are prepared for the future where crypto is front and center. Yeah, they are 10 steps ahead. And so I'm just happy to see that they are moving as fast as this space is moving. All right. Yeah, real fluff now. This is the 90s drama singer who sang the theme song to a live action series that was so popular. Yeah, it was so popular. And this is the singer now, 20-some years later. His name is Takashi Sorimachi. And what he has learned is that there is a study. They took 5 families, one from Japan, the UK, one from US, one from Brazil, and one from New Zealand. And the song that he sang for the drama has some magic power. Now let me just, I can't play it because we're going to get a copy strike, but you can see here he's watching, and what you have here is a fussy baby. And it was analyzed that in an acoustic lab that the opening guitar riff has a repetitive rise and fall that is stimulating, and it calms this fussy behavior. The effect will work on any baby from 3 months up to 2 years of age. And not only do they calm down, but they think, yeah, it's so happy. So this is a song called Poison. And I thought, wow, this is a great song for anybody who has kids around them. And if they can't get them to stop crying, just go find the song that is sung by Takashi Sorimachi, and the title is Poison, and maybe it will give you some magic powers. All right, everybody. Yes, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.